Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. What? You gonna lick my nose in the middle of my broadcast? That's not a good idea, Luna. You just came here to say hello. Go back to your chair. Ha ha ha. Good morning, everyone. Just having a little love moment with Luna before we get started. Today, it is Friday the 13th, which is not a good thing elsewhere. In Mexico, it's okay that it's Friday the 13th because it is Tuesday the 13th that we concern ourselves with here. How is everybody today? I continue to flesh out all kinds of things that are happening in my throat and lungs, and I think I'm going to be fine in a couple of days, but I am happy. I am happy. I'm happy to see you. Today is Friday the 13th. We are in the middle of the holiday season, and this is, of course, Coffee and Headlines. Coffee and Headlines is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, and I know I'm repeating myself a lot. It's probably because there's not a lot of news, and I'm rambling. Actually, there is not a lot of news today, but I have some headlines that I put together for you, so I'm going to share those and remind you as always that if you have any capital letters, to share, let them be a Q or an N. A Q for important questions that you wish to share with everyone or anyone. For example, Betsy has written that she is looking forward to Leave It to Cleavage tonight. I thought it was going tonight, but as it turns out, I screwed up my dates. I'm actually going tomorrow night, but I'm excited about seeing the improv company in town. We heard about them in the spotlight and that they are a lot of fun. We've seen them before. Leave It to Cleavage is bound to make you laugh, and this comes very handy. So again, capital letter Q for big questions and comments, capital letter N if you're new, if you'd like a nice little welcome. Let's take a look at what's going on out there. And we start with the Coca-Cola Caravan Parade, which is coming to town today. And it starts at 6:30 in the evening. And as we've mentioned before, if you don't want to miss this holiday feature, you need to head over to Fluvial, as this one parade is not going to circulate through downtown Puerto Vallarta. We've reported this before. I continue to see a report on Banderas News saying that this will happen throughout the Malecón, but there is conflicting information. The route begins at the corner of Fluvial Vallarta and Medina Asensio. This is kitty corner from La Isla, and then it heads into Fluvial. It is not going to go towards the Malecón or any point south of the Isla. So if you want to watch it, you need to head over to Fluvial. It starts at 6:30 in the evening. And here's another one of those issues in which another public complaint against excessive charges at private hospitals in Puerto Vallarta has surfaced. Whether they are on the rise or not is difficult for me to tell. Whether they could affect our destination's competitiveness, absolutely. The latest of these cases concerns a 5-hospital stay at Hospitan and a final bill of $200,000 or almost $500,000 pesos. As before, there are always two sides to these stories. Personally, I think generalizing about hospitals is definitely not a good idea. But if there are some inconsistencies out there, I am very happy to learn that people are bringing those out in the open, as it is not very fair that this is happening. And now, before we head over to our weather forecasts, let's take another look at this. December is a month of giving, and what better time to share some holiday cheer and tell you all about the wonderful International Friendship Club. This incredible organization not only brings our community together with fun and engaging events, but also lends a helping hand to those in need. By becoming a member, you're joining a network of kindness and generosity. And here's the best part: an annual membership is just 600 pesos. With discounts to dozens of local businesses, your membership practically pays for itself while supporting a truly meaningful cause. Now, do you want to hear something even more exciting? Thanks to the generosity of some amazing donors, Coffee and Headlines has over 30 International Friendship Club memberships to give away. Starting on December 16, we'll be handing them out as giveaways during our live morning broadcasts, and the giveaways will continue until they are all gone. Want to be eligible? It's quite simple. Just join us live on Coffee and Headlines. At the end of each broadcast, we'll hold a drawing to choose the lucky winners. Don't miss out your chance to spread the joy of the season and be part of something special. Mark your calendar and tune in. You could be one of the winners. And we are looking now at the weather forecast. Our snarky weatherman says the sun is out. That reminds me, I need to change out the severed hand I use as a sundial. Okay, whatever. It's 26 degrees right now. Humidity is at 73%. And our weather forecast for today indicates that we are going to have a humid day with clear skies, a high of 28, a low of 19. Then tomorrow, Saturday, will be a humid day with mostly clear skies, but a few clouds may be wandering about. We're going to have a high of 29 and a low of 18. And finally, Sunday, we wrap up the weekend with mostly clear skies in the morning and mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 27 and a low of 18. And of course, it is Friday. Let us not forget of that little detail. I don't know what you're about this weekend, but if you want to let us know what you are doing this weekend, we would always love to hear that. Of course, being a Friday, I want to remind you of the fact that every other Friday there is an art walk around galleries and shops in Colonia Emiliano Zapata. And this is one of those Fridays. And I know that because I am looking at this newsletter that I got from Galeria Dante that reminds us that whenever there is an art walk, there's also a Meet the Artist night at Galeria Dante. Galeria Dante is one of those art galleries that has so much wonderful art on display. You could spend hours in there, and then to have the privilege of meeting some of the creators in person and sometimes even seeing them work while they're creating their own artwork is really a unique opportunity in our city. So I'm going to leave you with Galeria Dante's Facebook page so you can stay informed about these events. And again, if you're out and about tonight, maybe you're headed to Leave It to Cleavage, maybe you're coming back, but keep in mind that the gallery stays open late from 6 to 9 p.m. And as long as we're looking at holiday events, just a reminder, tomorrow is El Arrayan's Classic Public Dinner. I hope that you've been able to sell all your tickets. And if not, I hope you will, because this is likely going to be one of those opportunities you do not want to miss. I also want to remind you that the next opportunity to catch the wonderful Amy Armstrong live at Nacho Daddy is tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. And of course, Amy Armstrong is a local beacon of happiness and hope and positivity that you cannot miss. She is an amazing vocalist who has a great ability to tell funny stories, who is resilient, who is hugely talented. So if you want to feel the feels, if you want to hear great stories, connecting songs, and a powerhouse of a voice, you definitely want to catch Amy Armstrong live, at least at one point. And again, the next opportunity to do so is tomorrow at 7:30. I also want to let you know that our friends at Hecho Mano are at it again with another Christmas art sale pop-up art show at El Patio in Cinco de Diciembre. This time, the gathering will be this coming Sunday, December 22nd. Oh, not this coming Sunday, a week from this coming Sunday. My bad. So if you're going to have any last minute shopping needs, this might be a place to do it. It'll be a week from this Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at El Patio. And of course, this coming Thursday, if you want to learn more about jazz, how to listen to it, what to look for when you're listening to jazz, whether it is through a live performance or whether you're checking out some tunes on Spotify. We discuss the origins of this very popular musical genre. We check out the way it has evolved through time and some common traits that you can find in most jazz styles that can help you feel at ease as you are enjoying a jazz music presentation. And of course, last but not least, I'm happy to remind you of the Spotlight, which is coming up this coming Wednesday with Jordan Carnegie, Gina Hendricks, and Derek Karkner that are going to speak about their specialties. I am enjoying these interviews very much because more often than not, I know as much or as little about these individuals' pursuits as you do. So it is also a discovery for me. As always, if you know of someone that might be interested in being interviewed, that wants to promote their products or services or upcoming event, the Spotlight is the place to do it. And of course, if you wish to simply share something as a giveaway during any given Spotlight presentation, you can do so as well. It's a great way to promote your brand and to share some holiday kindness with other people around. And now let's see what your comments are all about this morning. I want to find out what you're up to this weekend. And before we begin looking at your comments, I want to remind myself to tell you that I'm obsessing about two things this week. Number one, I'm late to the game, but I'm finally watching Severance on the Apple TV network, and it is quirky and brutal and wonderful. Oh my God, what a strange show that is. If anybody's watching it, I'd love to have a conversation. And secondly, I'm also late to the game. I finally went to see Wicked, not knowing anything about the musical, not having seen it, not really being familiar with the music. And I was just completely blown away by everything I saw at the movie theater. So not only do I recommend going to watch Wicked, but I found on YouTube, complete from top to bottom, a special Wicked in Concert PBS presentation that if you are as disconnected from the original music and the original show as I was, this is essentially a show telling without staging, and it's hosted by the two leading stars of the original show, Idina Menzel and I don't know, blonde lady with more forehead than a small town, Kristen Chenoweth. That's who she is. Yes. So it is an absolutely wonderful presentation. If you want me to include that in the show notes for today, just write Wicked by itself, and I will remember to include it in the show notes. And now let us take a look at what your comments are all about. Yes. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Good mornings. Good mornings. Oh no, a cockroach invasion. That's never good. There's a queue. Oh, we read that already. Betsy is looking forward to cleavage tonight. I love it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, it's snowing in Reno. That is crazy. I remember snow, but very vaguely. Larcito is in New York this weekend, and he tells me it's really, really cold. And here's an endorsement for Leave It to Cleavage. It is so funny, you will definitely laugh out loud. I remember laughing out loud last time I went to see them, so I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Oh my God, yes. Thank God it's Friday and it's a time for greeting friends. I love it. Jules! Oh my goodness. The best Kung Pao chicken in town is upon us. How are you? I hope things are doing great at Vagabundas Versalles. I keep telling my friends we should go, we should go. So we're hopefully going to plan an outing to Vagabundas sometime before the holidays are over. Let's see what else we have. Hello, Clemmy. I'm just going to say hello. Oh, Carmen, there you are. It's great to see you. Please let us know if you still have spaces available for your dinner. Will you be joining on the opening fiesta at IFC on Sunday, 5 p.m.? That's 3 days away, 2 days away. I haven't even thought that far ahead. But if I can, I will definitely pop by. Thank you very much for the reminder, Linda. Let's see. Oh, Albert says Galeria Dante has an artist, Luc Gautier, doing his glass fusion art in person. He is incredible, and I'm going for sure. That sounds absolutely fascinating. Love it. And there's another cute. Oh, hello, Eric. Hello to Eric and Tommy. It's great to see you guys. You make me smile. When and what will be the presentation in January? Kathy and I like to purchase our tickets for the next one when we attend the current one. Thank you for that. I will do the first week of January. Here, let me take a quick look at my calendar. Let me turn it on. I already know the dates. I already know the topics. I just haven't created the flyers, but I'm happy to go there if you are curious. On Thursday, January the 9th, I am repeating my jazz introduction presentation. For those people that want to know more about jazz, somebody requested it, and I figured I didn't have anything specified, so I'm going to do that. And then that's on the 9th, January the 9th. And then on the 23rd, we're going to have a completely new presentation that I am calling Say What? Say What will be all about songs that have a hidden meaning, either because we understood the lyrics wrong or because the lyrics were a metaphor for something completely different. This was partially inspired by none other than Amy Armstrong, who, joking with me, said to me the other day, there are so many songs about masturbation. And I'm like, I know. But I don't know that we want to do a whole presentation about songs about masturbation. So we're going to keep it a little bit more general. So, once again, January 9th and January 23rd, a retelling of the jazz presentation, and the 23rd, Say What? I'm sure it's going to be funny. And then let's see what else we have. Da 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 da. Let's see. Oh, wow. Eric says this weekend in Seattle, Tommy and I are seeing the live musical of Langston Hughes' Black Nativity. That sounds wonderful. Hope to see Wicked sometime before Christmas. I hope to see Wicked again sometime before Christmas. It was that wonderful. I absolutely want to 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 see it again in the big screen. It's definitely worth it. And ba-da-ba-ba, Jazz is in December, not in January. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Yes, you're right. Da, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. You are so right, Albert. My bad. My January 9th presentation is a retelling of my introduction to opera. Opera, because somebody asked for it. So on January 9th, it's opera. What is Jazz is coming up a week from yesterday. And what would I do without you guys correcting my mistakes? I love it. And that is probably a good place to stop this presentation. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning for another Coffee and Headlines. Thank you for sharing news about what we do and what we say. And thank you for being part of the cluster. It means a lot to me. I'll see you tomorrow morning.